How malleable are you? How much do you trust the information you're given? This line that we call the official narrative. Do you know where that comes from? The official narrative comes from think tanks. People who are paid highly to design how you think. And how you think then goes on to impact how you live your life. Look at what I call, possibly unkindly, the idiot experiment, where we went on pause on planet Earth for 2 years, COVID. We just accepted the official narrative that this disease that is going to kill you, this virus, is the worst virus that's ever been known to man and is wiping out tens of thousands. We didn't peek behind the curtain to understand that hospitals would be paid more if somebody was identified as having COVID. They'd be paid more by prescribing certain treatments, and then they'd be paid more again if deaths were recorded as COVID. Where I'm from, we call this a conflict of interest, but we didn't even feel to investigate. And then we saw a line drawn in the sand between those who accepted the information and those who questioned, because it's not like we were denying it. There's actually no such thing as a COVID denier. When you mention science so many times, somebody's going to test the science. And what science does is it stands up to 360 degrees of scrutiny. That's the whole point of test cases and petri dishes where you have experiments. But when you're presented with a man with a white coat who says, I'm the authority, more than the authority of the other white coats who say that this isn't science, and we accept it, we have to accept culpability in whatever has happened. So when we want to blame the government 2 years later, we really have to ask ourselves a question. How malleable was I? How much was I willing and complicit to suspend critical thinking to go along with a narrative that didn't make sense, that wasn't cohesive, that frequently changed, and what I call applied behavioral psychology? So let me explain what this phenomenon was. When you get a number of messages that counter each other, frequently, that are designed to keep you in a constant state of anxiety, this is applied behavioral psychology.